All right, ready? I am going to make yet another knife video. I've become full-fledged addicted to this acid etching and then stone washing the blades. The only thing I can really compare it to is when I first started getting tattoos. I remember getting one here, there, and then I started getting enough that they started to attach, and once they started kind of blending together, normal skin started looking odd to me. So to make a comparison, now a blade before, like this, looked completely normal to me. Now it looks odd, shiny. I want all of my blades to be acid washed and acid etched and stone washed. So anyway, I have done 3 more knives since my last video. Actually, technically, I guess I've done 2, and I've done a couple other little things to one. So I showed you this little guy. This is the pillar, whatever. And I had done the blade, but then I noticed, I did the blade and I did the opposite side of the body. But I didn't do the hardware. So like the pivot screw and the screws that hold the body together, and then I guess the backbone or whatever you want to call that thing, that was like still shiny. So I pulled those out and I stone washed those just to kind of complete the whole look. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was just in such a hurry to get the blade done. I didn't really think much about it. So I went ahead and did the whole thing, and now it looks really cool in my opinion. Again, comparing what it looked like before to what it looks like now. So if you can see that, shiny and pretty to dull and dingy and sweaty and dirty. That's the way I like my things to look like they've been used a little bit. So again, this is slowly becoming one of my favorite knives now. It's a little small, and I wish it was a flipper like the bigger pilar, but you know what? Those copper scales and just that, you know, that dull, kind of scratched up, stone wash look about it, and just it's really starting to grow on me. So that one, that's technically was done, but like I said, I just did the hardware on it. So that one I did, and then this is my favorite flipper. This is the CJRB. I don't remember the actual name, the maker of CJRB, and I know it's a lower end of a bigger name, but I did this guy. The blade was slightly stone washed, but I darkened up the blade, left it in longer, and then I went ahead and did all the hardware too. So the pivot screw, you know, the clip, and then I did the bead, which was a really bright, shiny stainless steel as well. So really cool how this one turned out. Again, this is probably my favorite just fidget knife that I have. But like I said, did all the hardware too, just kind of complete the look. And now the scales, which I couldn't stand when I first got it, they kind of blend in much better with the knife. So yeah, there's that guy. And then yesterday, I got a wild hair up my ass to do the hardware and the liner of my Spyderco. It's called the Surge. The blade was already done, but all the hardware was a very shiny stainless steel. So I took the whole knife apart. It actually comes apart pretty easy. And I did the inner liner lock. That was all stainless steel, of course. So I acid etched that and did all the hardware. And now I can kind of handle this knife. I bought it, thought it was really cool online when I got it. I didn't like the wire. I didn't like just the bright stainless steel with the stone wash blade. But now, again, this one's starting to grow on me. Now that everything kind of matches, it's got that dull look. So, and again, I did the the same bead I have on the CJRB, but I went ahead and acid etched that too. So very cool knife. You can do the spidey flick with that one pretty easy. But again, great little knife, and I think it finally looks the way it's supposed to look. So there you go. All right, then I have an additional knife. Has nothing to do with acid etching or stone washing, but I think I showed it on a knife video a while back when I was cleaning one of my automatic knives. This guy I've had for years, and this is a what is this thing? I'm sure it says it somewhere on it. Let me open it. It's a Schrade. So it's a Schrade out the front, but this is technically, I don't know if it still is, well, it was made to be technically a legal OTF in states it's illegal because it has the assisted opening, but you can't retract the blade. You release the blade, and then with your finger, you bring this thing back and lock it. And it was all gunked up. I think I might have accidentally put some gun oil on it, which will gunk up and get gooey. You don't want to put gun oil on a knife. So I tore the whole thing apart and cleaned it, and then I used, the right lubricant for the knife. But yeah, I don't carry this knife. I just bought it because it was kind of gimmicky when I saw it. But you can tear it all the way apart and service the whole knife, which is nice. I did put a little more tension on the spring just to give it a little bit more snap coming out. But again, if you haven't seen one of these, once the blade deploys, you push up on this, it releases it, and then you bring this back down and it cocks the blade for the next time you deploy it. So I like the serrations on either side. But again, not a knife I carry. It's just in my collection because I thought it was kind of cool when I first saw it. And it still is. It's just not something. If you've been watching any of my videos, you know I'm not a big fan of mechanical knives. I feel like they'll fail on you, and they'll always fail on you at the wrong time. So I just prefer either a flipper or just a thumb stud. But fun to play with. And I got it back being nice and snappy. Does have a safety on it, so I can't push it open if say I wanted to keep that in my pocket or something. I don't know. I hate safeties. It's like safeties on guns. I see no point in them. This is my safety. So anyway, there's that guy. And then here in a couple minutes, I'm going to acid etch one of my favorite things, and this is my beard comb. This has showed up in so many videos. This is a hand milled stainless steel beard comb by a company I don't even think is in business anymore. If you can see the logo there, I don't know if you can. It's Hudson HDM. I know the first word is Hudson, but I can't remember what the next two words are. But yeah, I've tried to find them since I bought this, and I think you can still buy these things used on the market, but I don't think they're in business anymore. But definitely one of my all-time favorite items that I own. This is in my back pocket every day. This clip is still, it doesn't get any stronger than that. Just a well-made piece of, piece. So it's got a little beer opener. Never used that. I don't really drink beer. I'm a liquor guy. But perfect for a beard. Just goes in the back pocket. Looks cool. You'll never wear it out. You'll never break this thing. So I'm going to acid etch it and then stone wash it so that it kind of matches the rest of my stuff. So, but anyway, enough about that. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you next time. Later.